I want to talk before we go too much further, just to break down eight sleep, because I think, yeah, partially to push back on, I think what you were just bringing up, that it's just a mattress company because it's much more than that. So can you, because there's also a lot of components, there's the pod, the mattress, the app, all of these things work together. Can you just kind of frame up for people the different elements of it and then what the day-to-day experience of using eight sleep is like?
Yes, definitely. Well, 8 Sleep is a health and wellness company focused on sleep fitness. We use technology to help people sleep better. So, what we do day in and day out is develop those technology products, whether they are hardware products, software, anything that's going to help you sleep better through that innovation. And because we use technology, we're able to build these products to be personalized to what you need. You were talking about our product, the pod, right, of the mattress and the cover. So that is our signature product. That's what people know us for the best. It's the pod. The pod is a technology that you can use on the surface of any mattress, or you can buy the mattress from us. And that technology allows us to track how you're sleeping, which is at the core of the technology doing its job. It needs to understand how you sleep and your habits. It also tracks other aspects of your recovery, your HRV, your heart rate at
Mhm.
rest, your respiratory rate. And with that information, it doesn't just deliver that information to you and coach you and give you insights and everything, but it also uses that information in real time to create the perfect environment for sleep, starting with temperature regulation, which is the number one factor that affects people's ability to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Mhm.
So that is sort of the core technology, really, really powered by a lot of intelligence that took many years to gather to be able to build algorithms that can do detection with non-wearables for two people in bed at the same time. Over time, we have layered other sorts of, let's call them services on top of that intelligence. So you have a mobile application that delivers those metrics, gives you the reports, gives you insights, has some layer of sleep tools. So do you need to unwind? Do you need to meditate? Do you need some relaxing sounds to help you fall asleep, right? So obviously the world of sleep is very personal. Different people need different products and solutions. And so that's what we're building at 8 Sleep. Everything's just innovation driven and personalized based on your own biometrics.
Yeah, and I'm guessing from that description, you guys have much bigger ambitions than just the pod. It seems like the pod's maybe the tip of the iceberg.
Definitely, it is. And the reason is because there's many more problems to solve.
Yeah.
We're not inventing these problems. Just the fascinating thing is, yep, some people struggle with temperature. Most of us actually struggle with temperature issues. And so if we can control that, people can sleep better. We see that in the data. I think recently Matteo just tweeted something around sort of the effects of what we're seeing in temperature control and people's increase in their HRV, which means they're recovering better.
Mm.
So that is, it's been scientifically proven for a very long time. We just built a product that brings it into your home and through machine learning is actually adjusting to what you need. But you're right, there's many more things we can build and we're working on those already. And I sleep on some crazy contraptions already that are going to be coming soon to people's homes. So that's what makes our jobs exciting.
That's exciting. Is there, in your mind, is there a kind of single most important aspect or piece of that technology? Because, just from what you just described, I guess my perspective would be it's likely the pod because, when I think about the landscape, I think of a lot of mattresses and yours looks very different. That there's something that sits next to the mattress. But it could also be the algorithm. What would be the like secret sauce or the most important aspect of technology you guys have?
It's the intelligence, you're right. So it's definitely, that algorithm. We define it as the whole intelligence. We recently launched the sort of the newest version of what we call like Sleep OS, right? Sleep has its own operating system. And what our intelligence or Sleep OS does is that it really builds a profile of every user. So we're not just running the same sleep algorithm on everyone. Everyone is different. As you sleep on the product understands what you need as a sleeper, and it is making recommendations and adjustments right now on temperature to help you sleep better. But as
Mhm.
your environment changes, it learns. Like my pod is able to tell me as the temperature in my bedroom drops or increases, hey, your room is colder than usual because it knows what the usual is. And so the intelligence is the most important piece of it. And over that intelligence, we can layer a lot of other solutions for other factors that may get in the way of a good night's sleep.